Rosario, good evening.
Hi, Miss. Good evening.
What happened? Well, I was waiting for the meeting to be ready, right, and to be on time. But then I received the message and I got scared, right? And I said no, because well, lately the classes have been at 10:30, so I assumed that we would start at that time, right?
Okay, so I suppose that if it started at 10:30, we would advise. So that
Yeah.
yeah, the other occasions we told after the class, before the class, sorry, before the class, oh, what if we join at 10:30 and it's okay? So if we don't say anything, I suppose that it's 10. But you want to officialize that hour? It's more comfortable for you? 10:30?
It's up to you. Don't worry. I know in some time maybe it's going to be better for you or better for me, right? But it's up to you. There is no problem for me if you decide to have classes at 10:30. It's okay. No problem for me.
Okay, so officialize that. That's all right.
Yes,
It's
it will be
okay.
better.
Yeah.
I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I assumed other things. So yes, I didn't write you because I already assumed, right? So I said okay. So then I was waiting because today I finished all my things before, right? So then I was waiting here in my desk. So then I received your message. So it was kind of terrible for me, right? So I'm so sorry for that situation. It
Don't
just
worry.
happened.
Yeah, it's
Okay.
okay.
So if you for example have things to do right at the end of the class, right, we can finish at 10 minutes after, right? Just in case if you need. Okay.
Okay. Thanks, Miss.
All right. So just let me know. Okay. Do you
Okay.
prefer to finish the class 10 minutes after, or it's okay, or you have time?
No, I have time.
Okay, that's cool. So, all right. So let's. I sent you right. There is no necessary for you to watch the video in the YouTube channel because I sent you the PDF right, and to your WhatsApp. And I sent you the pic of the homework, right? The due date that you have to present the homework, and what else? Yes, right. So today's lesson is not that difficult. So we're going to have a review of the class. When we have the recorded classes, when the lesson is a short one, I prefer to watch the lesson again, right? Even if I already recorded the class, because in some cases, as it is short, so we could have time, right? So we're going to see a short review, but if we finish the lesson, we're going to see a short review. In the other hand, I sent you the PDF list, the PDF explanation of the use of so and such, right? Did you see for it? Or not really?
No, I didn't review anything, but I just downloaded the PDF, and I was see a little.
Mhm.
I was seeing,
Okay,
right? I was seeing a little.
I was
Yeah.
in.
Yeah, but a little, very little.
Okay, don't worry. So please try to see the lesson. It's a short one, right? This is this so and such are only emphasizers, right? When we want to make the sentence stronger, right? For example, I'm upset today. I'm so upset today, right? This is an amazing movie. This is such an amazing movie. Both sentences are the same, but if I want to give a little bit more, no, if I want to make the sentence more stronger, right? I can use these expressions and such. So please, if we have time at the end of the class, we're going to review a little bit of the lesson, right? Because it's not that difficult. Okay?
Okay. Yeah.
That's great. So, okay, so let's start with today's classes, and I'm going to share my screen with you, right? Once you can see it, please let me know.
Yeah, I see it.
Okay, great. So today's lesson is about gerunds as subjects and objects. So let's listen the audio.
Hello, remember me? I'm Emily, your grammar coach. Learning English can be fun. Do you enjoy studying online? The words learning and studying are gerunds. Today, we're going to practice using gerunds as subjects and objects. Let's begin.
Okay, so we have learning English can be fun. And do you enjoy studying online? So let's start with the lesson. First of all, let's remember what is a gerund and what is a subject and what is an object, okay? We're going to start with the gerund, right? Remember that we have a list of these gerunds. And I already sent you, if I'm not wrong, the PDF list of this. So you can review, right? The gerund works, well, for example, playing volleyball is healthy for you, right? That's a simple sentence, but I'm not using the verb to be, right? Even though I'm saying playing volleyball, right? So playing, it works as a gerund, right? So what it means that it is working as a noun, okay? So when we have gerunds, they work as a noun. So let's listen to the first audio.
A gerund is the base form of the verb plus ing. Remember, when we add ing to a verb, there are often spelling changes. Play, playing.
Make, making.
Shop, shopping.
Okay, so right, this is included. This is included in our PDF list, right? Let's remember, as I mentioned before, we have the gerunds, right? And it's not difficult, right? When we say gerunds, we have to work. First of all, let's talk about the spelling. Right? In the spelling part, we are adding the ing to our verb, okay? Playing, making, shopping, watching, seeing, and then. But what is the purpose of this, or how can I interpret it? How can I assume these verbs in what way? If I'm not using the verb to be, as we learned. I guess it is raining. Yes, I guess. I'm not sure. Yes, it's raining.
For my house, no.
Yes, let me check. I guess it's raining. Yes, it is. Yes, it is.
Well,
It is terrible because tomorrow there is a concentration, right?
yeah.
And this in how is it? In how is this avenue called? In in Arenas? Yes, in Arenas Avenue. So I hope the rain stops for tomorrow, right? So it is
Yeah, but I don't know what is the reason. Do you know what is the reason?
yes, there is a new change, right? In the there is it's I guess, right, if I'm not wrong, there is a new rule, if we can say, right? And more than that, we have how is it? There is a curriculum mesh, okay, Maya curricular, and the government established, right, with the government with the how is it, with the ministry, right, education ministry. Um, they argued that it was going to be better for students, right, for high schools and this new curricular mesh includes new subjects that are not appropriate for children, okay? And the other point of it is because as a teachers, right, they have credit new, how is it, let's call it credit, let's call this like a credit, like a bonus, right? Yes, like a bonus. And the government he eliminate this bonus, right? So they have to recreate all the curricular mesh. They have to add more, right? And they have to study more. So there is a complete change in the education. Subjects that we are not going to, well, for children, of course, for children, they're not going to learn, or it's not going to be something enough when they're gonna join to the university, right? So that's the problem. Could be only, yes, for adding curricular mesh, a new curricular mesh, but the problem here is that teachers, they need to improve more, right? So it's
Yeah,
terrible.
but I already seen I already saw the curricular mesh. Now I know what is the problem. My mother is in La Paz now, and the problem for teachers was from I don't know 2 weeks ago, when the curricular mesh starts, right? So in La Paz, it's more, the concentration is more heavy because there was they was no, it's not that they create problems in the center of La Paz, and I don't know how to say, but they create disturbs in La Paz. And my mother told me that it was some ridiculous because the time that they spent in the concentration and in disturb the way that the people, probably it's a time to really, I don't know, learn the new curricular, because
yes,
I know that
well,
one of
I
the
guess you're
biggest problem. What?
Okay, could you repeat, please?
What part?
The last part?
Okay. I know that one of the biggest problems that have the teachers is, for example, the robotic curriculum. And I see I saw the curricular that the government sent in to the teachers, because I have a friend in that her mother is a teacher, so she sent me the curriculum, and it's not really a big problem because I thought that for example, if you read the name robotics curriculum, it's wow, it's really a big step, and probably it was a short time to prepare the teachers, but their curriculum, the curriculum of robotics, it's like, oh my god, it's a robot with, I don't know how to say this in English, but it's con liguitas. What is the word?
Okay, with what is the exact phrase that you want to say?
Robots con liguitas, in the way that elastic
Elastic cord, so we can say strings.
strings.
Yes,
Okay.
strings.
Well, a robotic with strings, and it's not really robotic. I thought that it was more for I don't know, Arduinos or Legos or something more bigger, because if you have a really big problem, it's in that areas, and I don't really think that it's really considered a robotic if you will do the students a robot with the strings. But I
Yes.
don't know, it's my opinion. And for the
Well,
other, what?
yes, it could be for part, but you know what is it? The main problem of why teachers are at the streets, right? And this is going to be very hard in the future, right? So the purpose of this is to demand more budget for education, right? Bolivia is the second country that invests more in the education, but we don't know, right? There is no way to demonstrate that it's true. For example, the government, I don't know, the ministry, and then they invest more in education, but we don't see results, right? So we need more budget for education. So as they improve the more subjects, the more they improve, or the more they add the more they add subjects at school, the more budget that needs to enter needs to invest in teachers, right? So we need better salaries and in relation of a new curriculum. So that's the problem. So despite the fact that the education in Bolivia is free, because this is only happening in public schools, right? But there is
Yeah.
more public schools than private ones, right? So teachers, they want to improve the quality, right? And they say that it's not something new, that the quality is below that of neighboring countries, right? So that's the biggest problem. So of course, for the government, I guess it is easy to say, okay, we're going to add new subjects and robotic and sexual education and then, but where is the budget? Okay, so it's like if I'm going to work more hours, I need to invest more, right? Because even though there is no, for example, if I'm going to be a robotic teacher, a teacher that is going to teach robotic, but I don't know anything about robotic subject,
Yeah,
so we need budget, okay? So
probably.
that's a problem, right? Así como se necesita más salario a los profesores, porque claro, there is no one who pay them extra hours. So that's a problem, right? So that's the reason of why they're streets. Because yes, of course, they are still earning money, right? Because it's part of the government. The government can't be without paying the salaries. That's sure. Because I heard many people saying, "Oh, but they're here in the concentration, but they're still earning money." Of course, they are still. But how about in the future? So more than the subjects that they add, they are claiming, they are demanding the low salary they receive, right? That's the problem. So yes, and it is a problem if you think, yes, there is no, I'm not going to work for, well, I'm not going to work extra hours for free, right? Even though if my boss doesn't prepare me to give extra classes, to give a specific course, let's suppose a low classes, right? So they need to pay my education if they need more from me. So that's the problem, especially in education. So that's the way it works. I know in other careers maybe, right? If you want to to improve, you have to pay for your own, right? But in this case, no, that's what the government is waiting for. But no, as a government, and we have a education ministry, they have to pay, they have to improve the budget. Okay, so that's a problem. I don't know if you get it.
Yeah, I understand that, but okay, I agree that one biggest problem with the government is that they don't provide, or they didn't provide I don't know, a certification course or a course for the teachers, that in order to capacitate them. Yeah,
Mhm.
it's a problem. But in the way of you have to pay more to the teachers in order to, in the way that they have to learn more. They have to learn, for example, robotics, and you have to pay for this. It's not I don't know, I'm not really agree with that. I'm not sure if I'm a dreamer. I don't know, but in the part of what is your career, or what is your professional career, I really think that if you you have to do what you really love. So I'm not sure if you are a good teacher if you demand a pay for learning. I'm not really sure with that, because I know teachers in my high school. It's more, yeah, I know more teachers in my high school, in the way that they really improve. Every year they improve, and the school that didn't pay for that. It was only the I don't know, her or his desire to improve, to be good teachers, in order to form good students. So I really believe in that. It doesn't make sense for me that there are teachers that it's only only in the concentration for money, because in La Paz it was that it was one of the problem, okay, at the curriculum. So but if your problem is it's add to the curriculum, what you enter other problem that is, it's okay. I understand that you have to add the curriculum, but but the government, we have to the government have to pay me more. So okay, it's not your really big problem. The first, you have to gain more money for that. So I'm not really agree with that mentality that, okay, we have to add more, but you have to pay me the more. So I'm not sure. Probably it's a dreamer, or it's in my ignorancy mind, for example. But it's my opinion. I really
Yes, yes.
believe in the teachers that do what they love,
Uh-huh.
and provide me more information, or more education, more highest education
Uh-huh.
for their desires. And I think it's one of the biggest problem in the university too, because there are, I don't know what happened in your career, but in technology faculty, there is a lot of cases of teachers that don't want to improve, for example, the softwares, because they stay in the position that, I'm only know that software, for example, MATLAB, and I'm not I won't learn other software, even it's better for the students. I'm not, I'm staying in the same position, and that only taught an older version that probably won't help them, but I'm staying that. So it's horrible. It sucks. It's a trash. But
Yes, yes.
I think there is a lot of teachers in that way, that they stayed in the position that don't want to learn more. I
Mm-hmm,
only
that's
teach this. So that's horrible.
Yes, well, we're going to talk about the students, right? I'm sorry, the teachers, and well, the concentration, okay. And I'm going to, of course, I guess and it's okay your opinion, right? But you know what is the problem? The government invest. Let's give a number. For example, he invests 1 million, 1 million bees. Okay, so from that, we need to see the result of the education, right? But we don't know how is education in Bolivia, right? So it means that if we are going to have a new curricular mesh, it means that the government is going to invest more money in education, but the teachers are saying like that with the same salary. But the question here is, where does the money invest from the government is going to, right? Of course, to his wallet. Okay, that's the problem. For example, okay, I'm going to, as a president, I'm going to invest more money for the education, and I'm going to change the curricular mesh. Okay, so I'm going to invest more because I have to pay many things, right? I have to pay, and that's the way it works, right? We have how is it? The teachers at the university. There is other case because they don't decide. I guess most of the teachers, right? They set it at the university, not at this school from teachers, especially to teach high school, and then so it is a pair, right? So the government thought, and this is funny because as soon as you invest more, you need to see the results, right?
Yeah.
Because teachers are going to pay, they're going to work extra hours, so that's a problem. So as the government improve as the government invest more money, right? In we're going to say budget, right? The teachers are receiving, or they receive the same salary, but this invest that the government made, let's suppose he added $5 million, right? Let's suppose. But where is the money going? Because there is no capacitations, there is no more salaries, there is not an improvement from the new curricular mesh. So that's the problem. Okay. Entonces es el verdadero problema, que el gobierno invierte en la educación, aumenta, claro, como hay una nueva malla curricular, tiene que invertir más. No se van a pagar gratis las materias que van a ser enseñadas a los profesores en el magisterio, ¿no?
Yeah.
Porque es gigantesco. Entonces, la pregunta es, ¿dónde se va el dinero? Si es que los sueldos de los teachers siguen iguales, si es que el magisterio sigue recibiendo el mismo dinero, entonces eso quiere decir que va al bolsillo. Entonces, por eso están reclamando los profesores. Yes, it's totally true that as a teacher, we have to love our career, and then, but there is an injustice there, as you can see, right? And you know what is the worst part? That Bolivia is the second place where the government invests more money in all the Latin America, but we don't know how. We don't know if it's true, because we don't take, there is an exam, right, in all the Latin America, all the countries take, and it is called PISA exam. So from that you can see how is the education in the country, right?
Okay.
But Bolivia is the second country, I guess, that don't take that quiz. Why? Because the government knows that the education in Bolivia is terrible, right? Entonces, ilógico que el gobierno pague más, invierta más en educación y sea uno de los países que no se sabe cómo está. Porque, claro, todos los países se toman un examen llamado PISA, así se llama el examen. Toman todos los países para ver cómo está la educación, si está bien o mal y demás, pero Bolivia es, si no se me creo que es el único o el segundo país que no toma este examen. El gobierno no quiere que tomemos ese examen como claro, universitarios, porque solo los toman los universitarios o a ingresar a la universidad.
Okay.
Entonces, quiere decir que el dinero que está invirtiendo en la nueva malla curricular, que son más materias, no hay tal dinero, no se ve los frutos por un lado y el dinero no va ni para el uno ni para el otro. Entonces,
Okay,
yes,
so
I don't know if you get it.
yeah,
Or
I get it. Okay, probably it was my opinion was from my ignorance, because I don't know, I didn't know that as long as I knew, they were only demanding for more salary and didn't want to follow the curriculum. As it was only that I knew, so probably it will be more requesting for, but I was, as long as I knew, it was only that. So probably we have to see that we have to
yes,
we have
and it's
to
true.
see
No,
it.
don't worry. It's okay. I guess most of the people, they don't know what is the biggest problem here, and it's terrible
The
how the
main
government,
problem, yeah.
how he works and the money goes to his wallet, right? So it's terrible. But something that I totally agree with you is the teachers of the university. They love because they pay, right? They have to pay. If I want to be if I want to improve my education, if I want to do another degree, so then I have to study and I have to pay for it. But most of teachers, they are with all information, right? And they like the position at the university, and it's terrible. That's a problem. Yes, that's terrible. But well, we have to respect that. I guess we have to stay like that because well, there would be a good idea if there is an organization that or who regulates who administrate or yes, the how is education then we really need, because they're all teachers and it's not wrong, right? You can be 16 years old and it's okay, but the information here is important, right? So as I love my career, so then I need to improve. I have to pay for my education in order to give my students a good advance, right? To teach to the new great professionals, and that's true. That's something that it was from the beginning, right? But not all the teachers are like that. I really have teachers, and I really admire them because they are really in constant capacitation. So the capacitation comes from their wallet, right?
But
It's
it's
great.
not really from the wallet. Of course, there are some higher education that it was so really expensive, but now we are in the era that all it's for internet, and I know some really good platforms that it's really curious and it's really good uh, for for learning. So I don't know if
Yes,
it's
yes,
you really
that's
need
wrong.
money to in order to learn more. And I know that there is also, for example, the opportunities for scholarships, it's more in, for example, for the government and for the same university, it's more for the teachers. There is more scholarships in the University at San Simon that have that yeah, there is more scholarships at San Simon for the teachers than for the students. There is more support because yeah, there is more support. I don't know why because but it's the idea.
Yes, that's something that I knew, right? Well, I heard something about it, but I'm not sure. But well, even though it's better to pay for the education, for the capacitation you're going to receive, for two reasons. The first one is because they provide you a certification, right? An important certification, and it is the second point because the institution where you're going to take need to be validated, right? For one, there is an organization like we're going to say I can take, for example, the Duolingo classes, right? But it is not certified, right? So they're going to provide me a certification. Yes, I know speak English, how to speak English, and then, but there is no validity, right? Because there is no an organization who apply for it, right? Claro, se puede aprender de otras plataformas, sí, es totalmente no. Internet es tan amplio, pero cuando ya quieres avanzar tal vez a una maestría, un doctorado y así, tienes que tomar clases siguiendo universidades o que estén avaladas por una institución para que tu certificado tenga validez, porque lastimosamente no te la hacen valer. And that's sad for one hand, but for the other, I guess it's great because you have the certification that you already learned something new, right? And it is valued, right? It is valued from the organization, for a special organization, and then because if you don't have the certification, a valid certification, I'm not sure. I'm not saying that, but I'm not sure that if you're going to, or if your boss, if your director, if your if they are people who are taking care of these details, they're going to let you and are going to say, okay, so then you have your degree, you can give this, you can teach these classes, right? But something that is true is that we're still on it where we have teachers that they have all information, even, and it's okay because as we are improving day per day new technology in them, so we're discovering new things. But the problem is if you stay in your position, you always have to move on. There is no discussion on it, and that's a problem. I know some teachers though. Well, I had the
Oh my
luckiest
God,
to
teacher.
only know one teacher, right? And
Miss, you couldn't.
I'm sorry.
I didn't hear the last 30 seconds.
Oh, okay. So I was saying I have the luckiest, and I always have good teachers, right? And they always are in constant capacitation, right? They always are looking for new information, not for pay. It is for free because they look for new books, and it's incredible. And you're going to notice that, right? There are
Yeah.
some teachers that they just don't want to move on. I don't know what is the purpose, right? But I guess they are conformist teachers, if we can call it that. But we always, in whatever career, I guess you always have to improve and move on.
Yeah.
And yes, try to look for scholarships, always that is going to improve your capacity, your learning, and then we need to do it. Oh my goodness, we have to. Oh my goodness, we spent 30 minutes.
Yeah, but it was interesting.
Yes, quite a lot. Okay, so it was cool to share opinions, right? It is interesting. I really love how my students think, right? So it was great. Okay, so take care tomorrow because there is going to be a big concentration. I hope you can arrive at university.
Yeah, I don't have classes, so I'm really good with that.
Ooh,
Yeah.
that's okay. So we're going to continue, please. And okay, so we have some verbs, right, that are going to suffer some spelling changes. It is a case of shop without a double P, and then if we're going to add ing, we have to add a double P. Okay, shopping, and we're going to have verbs like that. Some of them suffer some modifications. Okay, so you have to take care in the spelling part if we're going to change it into the gerund. Now, the important part, because we already learned how to form a gerund, let's talk about the purpose of this.
A gerund acts like a noun, and it can be the subject of a sentence.
Gambling may be a problem for Nick.
The gerund is always singular. It is followed by the third person singular form, he, she, it, of the verb.
Making money is not a problem for him.
Okay. So gambling may be a problem for Nick. Okay. In this case, we're not using, there is an interesting question of one of my students he made the other day, and it was, this is the verb to be. Is this the present continuous or is this any time tense? No, this is not a time tense. The gerund is not a time tense. It's only a conjugation of the verb, right? It's an adding that an add that we have to do to change the verb into a noun, okay? So this is not considered as a verb at all because there is no any conjugation, okay? We're only adding the ing form, but it is no any time tense. This is not a time tense. This is not a time tense, okay? So we have to take care. This is working as a noun, okay? A gerund is like a noun, and it can be the subject of a sentence. For example, we have gambling may be the problem for Nick, okay? So gambling is the subject of the sentence, okay?
What's
Why?
gambling, Miss?
I'm sorry?
What is the meaning of gambling?
Okay, so I don't know if you watched the video, the last video on person, or do you remember any part? There is one part in the video. Or no, I'm not sure if it was then that we're going to watch it, but there is a part of the video, okay, where Nick talks with the coach, right? And there is speaking, the conversation is about gambling. It's a way to say playing, okay? That's the meaning of gambling. It's a synonym of playing. Okay,
Okay.
gambling may be a problem for him. Sorry, for Nick. Okay.
Okay. So,
Do you get
for
it?
example, in that sentence is the present tense. What is the word that is
What is
the
the sentence?
yeah. Also, for example,
Okay.
in this sentence, it's simple present, right? Gambling may be a problem for Nick, but what is the really word that determines that? The verb tense.
Okay. Okay. So in this case, the verb is be. Okay. We have the modal and we have the verb. So this is the conjugation of the sentence that is going to make or is going to give the sense of our sentence. Gambling is only the noun, is the subject of our sentence. So before to continue, gambling is like many could be the playing, we're playing, but in the context, right, could be for different games, right? So yes, right. So es como un juego al azar, ok, en este contexto, pero es un sinónimo de play, ok.
Okay.
Ok, so en este caso voy a hablar en castellano para esta parte porque aprendimos de otra manera. Jugar puede ser un problema para Nick, ok. Puede ser una próxima traducción. Cuando se trabaja con gerundios, ok, los gerundios en su mayoría se traducen como nombres. Es decir, playing is a good way to be healthy. No estoy diciendo playing is a good way to be healthy or to stay healthy. ¿Cómo puedo yo traducir esto? Jugar es, playing es una buena manera de mantenerse saludable. Of being healthy, for example. Yes, that sounds better. Okay, no estoy diciendo jugando es una buena manera de mantenerse saludable. Estoy diciendo jugar, okay, es una buena manera. Making exercise, no, making lunch for your children, it's better than eat fast food. Making dinner or making lunch for your children. Hacer comida para los niños es mejor que comer comida chatarra. No estoy diciendo haciendo. ¿Ok? Cuando es el tiempo verbal, que es el que conocemos que es el sujeto, el verbo to be, con el verbo principal y el ing, esto sí es un tiempo verbal. Entonces, I am playing, estoy jugando. Pero si yo digo, playing is a good way of being healthy, of staying healthy, I'm going to say, jugar es una buena manera de mantenerse saludables.
So,
Shopping in excess, I'm sorry?
oh no, it's only a comment. So it's more okay. You use the gerund like a noun in the way that you express the facts. For example, all the examples that you told me, it's more facts. So facts, it's more like you get it the phrase, I don't know, in an article. It's more than way.
You can use gerunds in whatever context you want, right? There is no rules that it's only used for facts, for example, right? Could be most of the times, right? Could be, but there is no any rule that says you only have to use gerunds for facts. No, you have the option to use in whatever context you want. Why? Because this is not a time tense. We have rules for time tenses, but in gerunds, no. So the answer for your question could be you can use gerunds, right, as wherever context you require, right? So when you need to use the noun, then you have to use you have the option to use a gerund, okay? So you can use in whatever context you want, not only in facts, right? You can use in whatever way you want, because for example, we have making money is not a problem for him, okay? This is not a fact. We consider a fact as something that it is a scientific investigation, and then, but this is not a fact, right? This is a view that Talia has of the situation. I guess it's a mixed situation, okay? No necesariamente pueden ser para hechos. En este caso no es un hecho, no se ha hecho una investigación ni nada, ¿no? Entonces puedes utilizar en cualquier contexto que consideres, siempre y cuando sea el uso apropiado. Cuando hablamos de los gerundios, son nombres, eso es todo. Algo que es importante recalcar, no todos los gerundios se traducen como nombre del castellano. Por ejemplo, ahorita vamos a ver más, pero sí se entienden como nombres. Por ejemplo, sabemos que el ing es ando, endo en un verbo, pero cuando yo traduzca no siempre va a significar ando, endo. O sea, tengo que cambiar el contexto, tengo que cambiar la traducción para que mantenga su significado original. Puedo traducir jugando, ¿ok? Entonces el ing no es el ando, endo. Entonces no puedo decir jugando, puede ser un problema para mí. Tengo que traducirlo como lo que es un nombre. Jugar, hacer dinero, no es un problema para él. ¿Ok? Entonces hay que tener mucho cuidado. Right?
Okay.
Okay, so let's continue. Okay. All right, so let's continue with point number 3.
A gerund can also be the object of a verb.
You can keep investigating.
In the example, investigating is the object of the verb keep. There are many verbs like keep that are followed by a gerund.
Oh, and this is part of the PDF list. If we're going to have verbs like keep, like, and then, I like seeing, for example, right? I like watching, and then I enjoy this word enjoy. We are followed by a gerund. I enjoy to watch. Is it correct or not? What do you think? I enjoy to watch.
What?
It's incorrect.
Other times, please.
I enjoy watching. Okay.
I enjoy watching.
Yes, I enjoy watching TV. I enjoy going to the gym. I enjoy traveling to my village, for example.
Okay.
So if we have the list, okay. If we're going to use verbs like keep, enjoy, and like, and then, so the next verb, because we have 2 verbs, right? La realidad es que hay 2 verbos. Tengo el verbo keep y tengo el verbo investigar, investigate. Yeah. Pero para evitar este choque de verbos, ¿ok? Tengo que cambiar el siguiente verbo al gerundio. Ese es el propósito. Entonces, yo no interpreto esto como puedes seguir
Investigando.
investigando, ¿ok? En este caso te había mencionado hace un momento, justo este era el ejercicio que quería tocar. En algunos casos, se puede traducir como ando-endo, solo si es que la traducción lo requiere. Hay otros casos como es el gambling, making, que no puedo decir haciendo dinero, ¿ok?
Yeah, it
O,
doesn't make sense for the context, right?
exactly, ¿ok? Justamente eso, it doesn't make sense, right? So, tenemos una lista de verbos. Si en esta lista de verbos me indica que son conjugados con el gerundio, para evitar, ese es el primer propósito de los gerundios, para evitar el choque de verbos, ¿ok? Segundo, claro, porque ya si cambio, si bien esto queda siendo un verbo, pero cuando ya es gerundio es un nombre, ¿ok? Por ejemplo, si acá voy a cambiar, tengo keep y tengo investigate, ¿ok? Pero hay un choque de verbos, tengo que hacer algo. Entonces, el segundo verbo tengo que agregarle un ing para que sea un nombre, ¿ok? Un verbo, pero como ya está en gerundio, ya no es un verbo, ¿ok? Entonces, es muy importante recalcar eso. Entonces, después de ciertos verbos, vamos a utilizar el gerundio. Después de ciertos verbos utilizamos el infinitivo. El infinitivo no es más que un propósito de algo. ¿Ok? Lo vamos a ver, pero la lección más adelante.
Yeah. Okay, but I have a question. Is now this is a rule? So always that I I have to follow the gerund. So I don't want I don't have to write. You can keep investigate.
Yes, that's a rule. That's a rule. That's the reason of why we have the PDF list. Okay? If you're going to use, you can keep investigate. Puedes seguir investigar. No tiene
Yeah.
sentido. ¿Ok? Entonces, por eso se le agrega el ing, para evitar el choque de vocales y para que cuando yo digo investigando, ya no viene siendo un verbo. Incluso en castellano, no es un verbo, ya viene siendo un nombre. ¿Ok? A no ser que ya puedo combinar solo el verbo investigar con el verbo to be, por ejemplo. Si no es el caso, sí o sí se tiene que quedar. Y te vas a poner, y hay muchas situaciones como esta, y por eso es que te digo, tenemos la lista donde se tiene que seguir. Si tengo keep, tengo que utilizar el ing, porque sí o sí, en mi contexto, cual sea pueda ser tu contexto, vas a tener que ubicar dos verbos en una misma oración, seguidas. Entonces, si es el caso, ¿qué voy a hacer? ¿No? Entonces voy a tener choque de verbos, entonces no es el punto. Por eso es que tenemos la lista. Y
Okay.
bueno, muchas de las, bueno, no, tengo estudiantes que me dicen que también se basan en cómo escuchan, entonces eso te puede
Yeah.
ayudar de guía. Suena bien, según ellos se escucha mejor y todo. Entonces lo puedes utilizar, no hay ningún problema, siempre y cuando puedas luego asesorarte y fijar, ok, sí, había estado bien o no, no está bien. Entonces hay que tener mucho cuidado. All right?
But I have another question. For example, in this part, it doesn't matter what is the verb tense. For example, I have to, it's supposed to write, you kept, in past, you kept investigating. It's
Yes, you can do it. But in this context, you can, right? Why? Because you're using a model. So we use a model, we need to use the base form of the verb. So if you're going to say you can kept, that's important because of the model. But in another situation, we're going to omit the model, right? Keep investigating, okay? We can only use like that, but so I kept investigating, right? Yesterday I kept investigating, and it's okay. It sounds great. Okay, está bien porque es verbo y lo puedes conjugar. Ok, no, lo único que no puedes cambiar es esto. Ok, En este contexto, claro, va a estar más si dices kept. ¿Por qué? Porque cuando utilizamos modal, sabemos que es el modal con el verbo en su forma
Base
base.
form. Yeah.
Pero sí se
For example, in this part, the meaning is yo continúe investigando, but in the part of kept, it's simple past. So you already finished that mission. So it's more in that sense. It sounds really weird in that context. So you have ing and it's
Yes,
supposed
yes,
that,
yes. For that,
yeah.
yes, I got it. Yes, 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 I got it. Well, in this context, where you're talking about something in the present, you can keep investigating, right? Puedes seguir investigando, okay? So it is like an advice we can say though, right? Let's remember the use of the modal can. Now, of course, it was only an example because yes, that's true. It doesn't make sense if I'm gonna say, yesterday I kept investigating because when we talk about investigation, so we assume that it takes time and then, right? So you could say, you can omit the gerund, right? Or you can say, okay, I was, no, I am investigating directly, right? Yes, yes. Yes, you can directly omit the gerund if you want to say that the investigation, that you did an investigation then, a previous investigation. You can omit the gerund and you can just use a time tense, right? Claro que puedes, era solo un ejemplo, ¿ok? Porque, claro, suena extraño si digo kept investigating. ¿Por qué? Porque, claro, hablamos de investigación, asumimos que nos toma tiempo y nos hace más sentido si conjugamos en un tiempo continuo. Ajá.
Yeah.
Entonces, en este caso no tendría mucho sentido. Tendrías que decir que solo has visto, pero no, ni siquiera lo podría intentar, pero no tiene sentido, ¿ok? Pero en algunos casos no siempre tienes que utilizar el gerundio, solo si el contexto lo necesita. Si quieres hablar de algún nombre, si hay algún choque de verbos, si vas a requerir utilizar dos verbos, puedes utilizar el gerundio, ¿ok? En su defecto, utilizar el infinitivo. I want to keep investigating, ¿ok? Hay un gran cambio. Entonces hay que saber utilizar el gerundio y el infinitivo. I kept investigating. It's only an example because of course it doesn't make sense. But if I'm going to use that sentence, it will be better to use the past continuous to be. I was investigating directly, right? Or I'm going to investigate. I'm still investigating, right? We have many options to conjugate the sentence. But if you can conjugate only the verb, yes, you can do it. You can put it in past, right? Or you can change the time tense directly, present continuous, and then. Do you get it?
Yeah, I get it. Thanks, Miss.
Okay, don't worry. Okay, so let's continue with number 4.
The gerund can also follow a preposition, a word like about, after, before, for, of, on, with, and without.
After looking at this bank statement, we have no choice.
Okay, so we have after looking, of looking, before looking, right? What else? Of looking, right? With looking, without looking. So we can also use a preposition. Those are prepositions after, before, for, of, on, with, and without. Where we can conjugate with the gerund, okay? Podemos utilizar cualquiera de estas preposiciones, okay? Con el gerundio. After watching my series, right? Before watching, before traveling, for looking, right? I was there for looking, of watching, on. I was concentrating on watching. I was concentrating on studying for my final test, for example. After looking at this document, I'm sorry?
Okay, a question, sorry. What is the meaning of, for example, if I decide to use of, what is the meaning of looking or
Okay.
on looking?
On looking?
Yeah, the both on looking and for looking.
Okay. I'm going to give you an example. What was my example? Okay, I don't remember. I'm going to continue, of studying of I was concentrating on studying, okay? Estaba concentrada en estudiar. I was afraid of watching the horror movie. Estaba asustada de mirar, ok, la película de terror, por ejemplo. Ok, son preposiciones de, on, para, sin, ok, con. Ok, entonces acabo de utilizar la palabra por la preposición of. I was scared of watching. I know the translation sounds weird, right? It sounds like far from the Spanish, but it's okay, right? In English, it's okay. Grammarly, it's okay. Okay. So you're going to find these expressions, right? For example, I was scared for traveling, okay, or I was studying. No, I got scared. I got scared for my final, or for studying, or for taking. Yes, I was scared of taking my final test, but it was a great. I got a great score. Yes, score. Right. So as you can see, you can conjugate these. It's important to know the how is it, the prepositions, and it's incredible how it works, because they don't follow they don't work as Spanish, right? It works in a different way. No trabaja de la misma manera. A veces, claro, como tratamos de comunicarnos en inglés, no funcionan no todas las preposiciones trabajan de la misma manera que en castellano. Hay que tener mucho cuidado. Tal vez eso es el porqué de tu duda, porque no se traduce de una manera igual. Estaba asustada por mi examen. I was scared for taking my test, for example.
Yeah. Okay,
So,
no, I think it was other thing, because I had a terrible confusion, because I assume that if you take, for example, the gerund as a noun, like this example, it was more for start the sentence. For example, I assume that you don't have to add more, or you don't have, this is the word, you don't have to add before the gerund. So I didn't realize what is the meaning, for example, to start with of looking or with on looking.
oh yes, don't worry, it happens, and it is because there is no a similar use of a similar usage for it in Spanish, right? You're
Yeah.
going to see all Spanish, or all Spanish, all those people, right, from Latin America, people from Bolivia, and especially here in Cochabamba, in Bolivia, we always use the same preposition, right? For example, for is the preposition I guess we use the most. He venido aquí para, no, eso está bien, para estudiar, para llamarte, para mirar. Entonces siempre utilizamos las mismas preposiciones. Cuando tenemos más preposiciones que probablemente suenen mejor en lugar de para o por, que es también la preposición que más utilizamos. Entonces hay que tener mucho cuidado. No se utiliza de la misma manera, y por eso se nos hace tal vez está complicado de entender y decir, pucha, pero a ver, ¿cómo es esto? Okay. I'm going to bring the lesson, right? Give me a second. I'm going to try to take notes on my cell phone, because then I forgot. Okay. we don't only have the prepositions of place, right? We have these prepositions. These are the most important because more than the preposition of places, of time, and then we use more this one, right? Utilizamos más estas preposiciones porque es algo de nuestro día a día. No hay un día en que no podamos decir por o para, tal vez, right? Con, sin. Son preposiciones primordiales antes que las de lugar y las de tiempo. Okay, I guess we didn't see that lesson, right?
Yeah, no, we didn't see that lesson.
Yes. I'm going to bring the lesson, please, for oh, we don't have class tomorrow for Friday.
Yeah,
Yes.
Friday.
Yes, so then you're going to understand better because it's not a short lesson, but it's not a large one. It's an intermediate one. So we need to watch for examples and then, right? But that would be maybe a previous explanation, right? About the prepositions, right? So after looking, so when you're going to use the preposition after, before, for, of, on, with, without, I can stay at home without watching my favorite series. I can't eat my dinner without drinking my Coke. With no, what else can we say? Before drinking my Coke, right? Or then you can also use for, of, and on, right? So there is a hard use of it. There is this is very, very important, right? Because then we're going to use the incorrect preposition and our sentence is going to lose the sense of it, okay? So I don't know if I solved your question, maybe?
Yeah, it's good.
Okay, so that was great. Now, is there any question about the lesson? Don't worry, I'm going to bring out the slides for it, right? About the prepositions, because we have to know, right? There is a specific use of each preposition, not like in Spanish, we always use the same preposition. And it sounds bad, but we already understand if we're going to say like that, right? We're already on it, so we only omit, right? So yes, that could be the main problem of it. Okay, do you have any questions?
No, miss, it's okay.
All right, that's cool. So okay, we're going to do the first practice, okay, and we're going to finish until that point. Okay, so give me a second, it is loading. I don't know what happened with my internet, it was terrible today, but okay. So I'm going to share my screen with you. Once you can see it, please let me know.
Okay, now I see.
Okay, could you please read the instruction?
Okay. Complete the paragraph, type the correct form of the word in sentence in parentheses into the blank. Use capital letters if necessary.
Okay, thank you. Could you please start doing? I'll be back in a second, please. I'm gonna go to the back and we're going to complete, right? But meanwhile, try to keep the results of each part, okay?
Okay.
Do you get it?
Yeah, miss, I get it.
Okay, so please I'll be back in 1 minute. Give me a second.
Okay.
Thank you. Okay, thank you for waiting. I drank too much water. Okay, so we're going
Okay.
to start. So, okay, so give me a second.
Mhm.
Okay, yes. So number one, please.
Okay, exercising.
All right, read the whole paragraph, right?
Okay, many people enjoy exercising for fun and for health. Running is a very popular form of exercise, but you don't have to work that hard Taking a long walks is good for you too. The nice thing about these two forms of exercise is that you can do them without spending a lot of money on equipment.
Without, sorry.
Spending.
Okay.
Okay, putting on a good pair of shoes is all you need to do. If you like water better than land, you may prefer swimming. With so many possibilities, there is no reason to avoid getting into shape.
Okay,
Mm,
great. So, is there something that you want to modify, maybe?
Taking long walks is good for you too.
Taking, sorry.
No,
I'm sorry.
what happened? It's bad?
No, no, it's okay. I
Okay.
I heard taking it's like goes before something like it. I heard. I don't
Okay.
know.
Okay. Submit.
Okay. Let's see how it's everything, and it was great. Okay, it was great. Good score. Yeah, congrats. As you've seen, it's not difficult the use of gerunds. Okay,
Okay.
so in some cases it will work as a subject, putting. In other cases, it will work as a object. Object who receives the action, object who makes the action. Okay.
Okay.
All right. So, is there any question, maybe?
No, I think no.
Okay, how about the spelling or something like that? Is it clear?
Mm, Uh, no, yeah, I think I understand all.
Okay. Are you sure? Because I hear you like, yes, I guess I'm sure.
No, it's good.
Okay.
I was only thinking what is my my other and I know doubt, but no, I think it's all are clear. It's
Okay.
surprising. All are clear, yeah.
Yes. It's more than practice. You have to think, is this a noun? And then you're going to get it. Más allá de la estructura y todo, es importante pensar, ¿es esto un nombre o cómo puede funcionar?
Yeah, I think
Entonces,
that is my mistake. I don't really think a lot what happened with that structure. I'm the people like, oh my god, it sounds good, and I follow this way. It sounds good or it's not. So I really complete this exercise. I consider that it's good or not in the sound. So I think that's the reason why I sound some I don't know that dubitative. I don't know how is the word. So
yes, it's okay. Yes,
okay.
but you have to think if it's a noun, right? When you're going to speak, it works immediately, right? Of course, in the beginning, it looked like, do I have to use this or that or what? But then, as more as you practice this, even in your spoken, maybe if day per day you try to do it, it's going to be better. Well, of course, your guide is going to be the how it sounds, but another thing is going to help you is more certain than the sound. Is this really going to work as a noun or not? Okay, so playing. Okay, so playing as it is considered as a. I'm going to use this as a gerund. So Okay, it's a noun, and that's all. Lo único que tienes que ponerte en el lugar es de pensarte y preguntarte, ¿es esto un gerundio? ¿O está trabajando esto como un nombre o no? No, no es un nombre porque tengo el verbo, entonces ya podré conjugar el otro tiempo verbal. Ponte a pensar si es un nombre o no. Porque claro, en castellano tenemos tal vez algunos nombres y todo, pero en inglés utilizamos los mismos verbos para comprenderlos como nombres, ¿ok? Por eso se llaman
Yeah.
gerundios. Ok, entonces, la próxima ponte a pensar si, claro, tu guía también como suena, pero no siempre puede funcionar en todo, ok, que te
Voy
use
a-
tal vez como último recurso o como apoyo, pero lo principal es este verbo, o estaría bien si pongo este verbo en el gerundio, y aquí está bien si puedes traducir, también no hay ningún problema porque am, no tenemos una guía, y funciona casi de la misma manera que en castellano. ¿Ok?
Okay.
Trabajar te va a hacer olvidar de tus problemas, por ejemplo. No estoy diciendo trabajando, entonces lo mismo funciona con el gerundio, trabajar. Trabajar, en este caso, no es un verbo, es un nombre. Lo mismo sucede con el inglés. ¿Ok?
So, for example, the translation of that sentence is working is what is the sentence in Spanish? What was the sentence? Trabajar.
Working is a good way to, no, working is going to despise your problems, for example. Trabajar, oh no, working is going to help you to forget your problems.
To forget.
Okay, to forget your problems. Okay, trabajar te va a ayudar a olvidarte de tus problemas, por ejemplo.
Okay.
Trabajar, no estoy diciendo trabajando. Okay,
Okay.
entonces hay que tener mucho cuidado. Okay.
Okay. Thanks, Miss.
All right. Don't worry. So, okay, so we're going to stop until this part because we finished the lesson. And okay, so I'm going to launch the poll, please. Could you feel it? Once it's done, let me know, okay?
Okay, I feel it.
Okay, so I'm going to share the other poll for you, please. What can I do? Okay, yes. All right, so I already sent the second one.
Mm.
And
Okay,
it's done.
it's done.
Okay, great, thank you. So have a great night, Rosario. I'm gonna see you on Friday, okay?
Okay, thanks, Miss. Good night. Good evening.
Bye bye.
But it's good night.
Good night.
Okay, good night.